Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength and God's love. New day, no time. We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing, or my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to buy the hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause we're all came for you. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom. Built this country with our hands. Freedom. Label me 3/5 of a man. We want freedom. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength and God's love. New day and time. We will never be slaves again.
We will never, ever, never be your slaves again. We will never be your slaves ever again. Not in this time, not in this country, not ever will we be your slaves again. But I will have to say this, my family. A lot of disturbing things is going on in our streets, in our ghettos, in our community. We as the adults are responsible for what happens in our community. We are responsible for whatever happens inside of our communities, no matter what it is. We are responsible for whatever goes on in our households individually with our children. A woman in Chicago was jumped by children going to school just to stop her child from being bullied, to see if it was all of what was complained about. Welcome to the Gingerbread Man Crash Out Room. All today, I'm crashing out about us. Today, I'm going to crash the fuck out about us. Because it ain't them, it's us on this one. Chicago parents and the community members are outraged after a video that has gone viral on social media shows a mom and her children being attacked by students Monday as they walk home from the Overbright Elementary School on the city's far south side. Dozens of people showed up to the school Tuesday morning demanding accountability. Some saying they're shocked but no surprise by Monday's incident that the students involved should be expelled. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and Chicago Public Schools have responded to the attack, which sent 33-year-old Chicago mom Korshawanda Hatter and a 9-year-old son to Trinity Hospital in serious condition. The mayor called the incident absolutely gut-wrenching and appalling. CPS, meanwhile, has not released any details of consequences the students involved in the attack may face, but says it's working with city departments and agencies to provide support to Hatter and her children. Currently, police says it's unclear what led to the attack Monday, and authorities say no arrests have been made. There will continue to be police presence outside the school for the rest of the week. What the fuck are we doing, y'all? What we doing, y'all? What the fuck are we doing? Because that could have been my children that was doing the offense, or my child with her children walking from school, because I got a 32-year-old daughter and a 35-year-old son. What the fuck are we doing, family? Like, I couldn't even go past this because this is affecting people that I already know. This is affecting us as a community. If we don't figure this shit out, this is a problem in our society. We have nothing to say about what anybody else do to us. This is us right now. And why it's on my show? Because I'm connected to this shit. The good or the bad way, I'm connected to in both sides of this. This is Chicago, y'all. But this is a community all over the country. Our children has gotten loose and out of control. The mothers of today, They worry about a lot of other things. Yes, there is stress. The fathers of today is worried about other things. Yes, it is bills to pay, fathers. There are bills to pay. There are things to take care of. There are other life and things that we have to take care of. But first, if you are a parent, if you're a goddamn parent, you have to first take care of your children. Make sure what's going on in their mind. Make sure you know what the fuck is going on with them personally. What is that they are going through? What is it that they are seeing that they take it in every day? What is it that they're listening to? What is it that's on their phones? What is it that is on their laptops? What is it that is on their computer tops? What is it that they are encouraged by? What is it that they are discouraged by? What is it that they're listening to in their headphones? See, we forgot about monetization of our nation. We forgot about monitoring what the fuck is going on with our own children. But we look and we got headlights to see what the fuck going on with somebody else's children. We look and we got headlights to see what the fuck is happening with somebody else. We as a people, I couldn't even go no further because I'm connected to this, y'all. On both sides. You connected to this on both sides. This is us. And if I'm going to ever use my platform, I'm going to use my platform for righteousness. And I know it's a lot of things that other people say, oh, no, I'm going to stay away from that. Why the fuck not? Because a man that don't stand or a woman that don't stand for something will fall for anything. Malcolm X. This is a situation where our children are now seriously running wild in the streets, coming home from school, not being accountable. Where your child at? Where your goddamn baby at? You chasing him or her, and you don't even know where your fucking child is. You chasing the bag, and you don't know where your child is. You chasing life, but you don't know where your child is, and you leaving them behind. How outrageous. What are we doing, family? What are we doing here today? What type of society are we building? What type of community are we building? What type of things that we're trying to implement in our children? What is it that we can do to fix this? A lot of people say it's hopeless, but I beg to differ. It's not hopeless. And it's something that my sister Keisha would definitely chime in on, and others that I am connected to. But I'm coming here today to ask you guys, why is it that it's us that's put on the national platforms? They put this shit on everything. You can see it on Facebook. You can see it on Instagram. You can see it on TikTok. They put this type of shit. They posted this shit and put it on everything. The kids don't have accountability because the parents don't want to give it to them. It says, "You are so right, bro, Claude. If I had been in town, I would have shown support to the mother, and we to do right, people. Again, it takes a village. It takes a whole land, because this is the aspect, this is the outlook. Now they are, listen, this is the reason why they call in the armed forces in the streets of Chicago, because this is another piece of ammunition that Donald Trump can use and say, oh, the children isn't even running wild. The children is running wild, Chicago. The children is attacking the parents and they in the streets, because it is, that did happen right there. That part, it's not happening all over Chicago, but that shit happened. But it gives him the ability to put insurgents in the community with machine guns. With machine guns. And walk in our communities. Because a young lady wanted to go to the school to see what was going on so she can protect her child from being bullied. And it was all true. We got police at the schools. We got police at the schools. We got police out in the midst of doing whatever. We got police out of the streets to try to find criminals. We got the police policing our children. We got police policing our children. Crazy work. Crazy work. This is like unbelievable, family. This is unbelievable. Where a young woman in her 30s going to the school because her child is been getting jumped on, goes to the school, and the children from the school decides to jump her. These are all kids. Well, no adults there. These are all children. These are all children. No parents can't control what their children do outside when they're not around. No children are exceptions to the rule. No child. Even though you're a child and you do some fucked up shit, your ass ain't accepted from the rule because you a child. See, but what you would have had, y'all saw that, what you would have had was, if it was somebody that was concealed and carried, what you would have had was a massacre of children being shot in the video. And then you would have been like, oh, she killing babies. She killing babies. But the babies was stomping her in the head on the ground. Those babies. those children stumping her in the ground. I don't understand what it is. Again, listen. We definitely are in trouble here. We're in trouble on all bases here. We are in trouble in our community. And it's going to take us to control our own, because it's a certain situation that they're trying to prove and put on us. But this don't help, family. This does not help us. Like, I heard about it, and then I knew some people that's involved in it. That's how, I mean, because Chicago, it ain't too far of a connection with so and so and such and such. So and such child did so and such and such. Damn, that was one of her children. That was one of her grandbabies. You get what I'm saying? That's how that shit go. And the embarrassment. See, a lot of people say, oh, the parents should be this and this and that. Well, sometimes, y'all, I'm just telling y'all the type of society that we living in. These children seeing a whole bunch of stuff online. These children are seeing just about everything online. And this right here is a situation where you get to witness children that don't have the compassion for a parent. We knew when we were children, when we were young, we knew we were scared to even do. Ain't no just no. We were scared to handle an adult any type of way. We were scared, let alone we was afraid. My father didn't have a light switch, so I was like the living God. Like all of the people that was on my block growing up, the women and the men, I was scared of all them old people back then. I wouldn't even think in my mind to jump on even the smallest of the elder people. But this is another reason why. Another reason why he can go and unleash his troops in the middle of our streets. You already know Trump about to use this as an excuse to bring the military there. Absolutely. It says this should have said, yes, sir, Brian Lewis. Good morning, brother. It says you can't control them, but you can instill in them morals so that they are smart enough to walk away and choose their friends wisely. Yes, ma'am. I agree, Sister Felicia. It says it's a vicious cycle. They witness their parents and siblings do it, so the deviate behavior becomes normalized. Brian Lewis, chocolate girl, I will not tell you my kids aren't perfect, but they knew if they did this type of shit, they knew what was going to happen to their ass when they got home. You damn right, Brian Lewis. It says so disrespectful, disheartening, and disgraceful. We are, as a people, got to get it right. That foundation is each home, and the rest it will follow. I believe that is true, my sister Donna. Good morning, my sister. It says, Lewis say, you let them home. Shit, listen, my children know. My children know. My children know and knew. My older children, they knew not to be involved in nothing like this. You heard what I said. My children, my older children, and my children that's still in high school, the two that's left, they knew and know not to be involved in none of this type of shit. They know. Because they know his murder was the case that they gave me. The living God, they were playing, they'll be praying to the God in heaven. Lord, please, if they said that they was just around, if they was on the same street and they didn't call for some help, my children know if they saw this and didn't call for help, it would be a problem. And just sitting there witnessing it. That's what I'm raising in my house and have raised. If they saw this type of thing, what are we raising now? What are we raising? What are we bringing and walking on this land now? Nobody being checked and balanced. No, nobody's children. I mean, it could perfectly have been my grandchildren. Nobody is checking and balancing now, huh? It says the late Barney Mack said it best the problem in the black homes. There's no more big moms in the homes. My mama just died in 2018. So fortunately, my children was able to be in the household with their grandmother, and their grandmother passed in their house. So my mother passed in my house. She didn't pass, with someone else. My mother was in my house, Thank you, Sister Felicia. What a serious subject. What a serious subject. One of the mom's replies was so sad. She got online, super defensive, talking crazy-ish. She deleted it, but it's screenshot out there. The child mom is a problem. Oh, really? We know. We know. And for you, Sister Felicia, to even see that, and I thank you for that information. That goes to show you, didn't I say, mothers and fathers? It's definitely a problem. They like, girl, take that. You stupid. Take that down. Oh, yeah, that kid was talking shit. She got, it's some mothers that's out here that say, oh, they got to learn how to fight. What she was doing, she was coming to defend her child. Clearly, you saw that woman was walking away. Clearly, she was just trying to get home. She even said that she was trying to walk on the other side. They was on one side. She walked on the other side. So she just was trying to get her children home. So no, parents, you can't use that, oh, she was there confronting kids. No, and the kids whooped their ass. No, that wasn't the situation. She knew that they were children. she didn't want to be, you know what I mean? She wanted to make sure her child get home safe because she heard that her child was finna be jumped. And they jumped her and her child. This is how bad that this is. It says some of these parents normalize and justify criminal acts, very disheartening. Yeah, man. It says, I'm very happy, Bro Claude, that we left the sports alone for a day to talk about this matter in our community. Thank you, Brother Troy Hall. Sometimes you just got to time out. Sometimes we got to call a time the fuck out. Sometimes what is going on in our society matters to most of us. All the time it matters to me. But some of us just can't lock in like that. And I understand it because life be lifing. Life be lifing. I understand it. But we can't let our streets, our children, running wild. Do y'all understand that that's in Revelations? Do y'all know what section of the scripture writing that's in? The children be running wild in the streets. And you don't know what time it is. And you don't understand where we at right now. And you can't comprehend what's going on in society. It says, I raised my voice at an elder. My mom gonna whoop my behind. Yeah, would never even think of attacking them. You damn right. I'm gonna get you too, Tulip. I'm gonna give you a tongue lashing. You better, if you see an adult, listen, I ain't trying to tell nobody how to parent, but if you see a goddamn adult and your children got the gall to say something to an adult, oh, that's, man, please. My children, man, listen. See, but you know those fuck around and find outs? You have to give your children those fuck around and find out moments because they be around these type of children that they be in school with when they hear these children talk back to their parents saying, oh, mom, fuck shit. Oh, shit, fuck mom. Fuck dad. You know, and then you got some moms that smoke weed with their kids and want to be friends with their children. They want to be friends with their children drinking alcohol and liquor and shit. These children, 59, if they grown, it's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about children. I'm talking about teenagers and little children. Smoking weed, letting them have sex in the house, letting their girlfriends come over. You know, you got a son, your son got a girlfriend. Oh, girl, I'd rather for him to do it here than anywhere else. I mean, what is the standards? Where's your morals? What is your mental philosophy? Yeah, girl, I'd rather him drink it here and be here and then to go out and be someone. He better not do a goddamn thing nowhere. You rather him do it here? You rather her do it here? You a goddamn lie. See, you can't be friends with your motherfucking children. I was taught this by my parents and my grandparents. Your children is your children. Now, if you decide to do some things and adult things and have fun, and you know what I mean, as when they adults, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm talking about small children on the upbringing side. You can't have no society where you have a situation where the children are now raising their parents. How that's going to work? How that's going to work? You cannot have a society where the woman is not the pedestal of the community. How that's going to work? How that's going to work? You cannot have a society where the father, the man, even what type of man he was, if he's a garbage picker, is not upheld in the community. Because there is, y'all heard me say this many times, there is no nation that can rise above its woman. There is no nation that can rise above its woman. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us, that there is no nation, no community that can be rose up higher than this woman. The woman is the most sacred thing in our society, in our community, and we just don't love her the way she's supposed to be loved. The black woman is the tool of the nation. Y'all don't see nothing but women all around me. Boy, we do whatever. It's always man time. But I'm always online with my sister. I'm always around my children, my daughters. I'm always having fun around that. My wife, y'all seen her bring me food to feed me online and all different things and doing what a wife does. I'm around, women take care of me. Women love me. I love my mother. I loved my mother. I wasn't a mama's boy, but I loved the shit out of my mama. I was a daddy's boy. My daddy, baseball, basketball, he drove me there. He took me. You know, my father spent a lot of time. I had the privilege of that. Some people don't have the privilege of being fathered. I understand. A lot of people ain't got the privilege of being mothered, especially during the crack era. So that's no excuse for behavior. It says I was one of the few black kids growing up in the suburbs of Chicago Heights, and I was scared when my mom got me, and she says this: "You gonna get it when your dad get home." Oh yeah, I know. Hey, I know Troy Hall. Say, bro, Claude speaking the truth. I don't drink or smoke, but letting them come up disrespecting adults, well, we are in trouble. In the dark with a smile, I love you. Me neither. I don't drink or smoke. It says, when my mom said that said to me, it was more like this when she said my father's going to get me like wheat. It says, tonight you're going on one-on-one with the Undertaker. Oh, hell yeah. You going straight one-on-one with the Undertaker. It says, bro, Claude, you are correct. I am not sitting down with my minor children, drinking or smoking. If we had people over, my kids couldn't be in grown folks' business conversations. That's right. Hey, but that's what needs to be done. It says, the prophet said, he is not one of us who does not have mercy on our youth and respect our elders. That's right. Oh yeah. It says the Bible tells us not to provoke our children. It also says that men would be lovers of themselves rather than lovers of God. So we have to be very careful and know what time it is. You damn right, baby boy. You got to know what time it is. Because we are now witnessing a full rollout of children running wild in the streets. Don't tell me that they ain't running wild when they jumping on a grown-ass woman going home. That's running wild. You bet. Don't move the goalposts. You got children that's jumping on a grown folk. These children wasn't scared. They wasn't scared. Did you see them? They wasn't scared of her. The violence. The violence. The violence in our community. We have to solve this problem, people. I am not up here to complain to you. I am only here to show us ourselves. I am only to do my part in our community, in our society, is to have this type of subject on this platform when enough is enough. When you don't want this type of thing. So they went to social media with showing children beating the hell out of a mother and a child. They went to social media and put that on so society could see how it, how it is in the streets of Chicago. That shit ain't going on. That shit ain't normal. That ain't no normal shit. So I want y'all to know that shit ain't normal. That ain't normally happening. That ain't no normal shit, but it does happen. And it happened to her. And Ben Johnson come from my side of town. Yeah. This is some Winnie the Pooh shit. Like, this is some Winnie the Pooh shit, man. This is outrageous. This woman trying to fight for her damn life because she don't know what these kids gonna do. They took a wig off. They drug her. She almost hit her head on the fire hydrant. Like, Brandon Johnson not only has a responsibility to go on live and talk about some shit on the TV, Brandon Johnson got more to talk about because Brandon Johnson was raised on my side of town. He from the west side. The mayor of Chicago from here. The mayor of Chicago from the west side of Chicago. So he know how we got out. And my mother and father, they didn't play that shit. If the parents that I knew that I was raised around, my father friends and shit, they would beat the shit out of us. I was scared that Mr. Jackson would see me. Or Mr. Howard, or, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Johnson. I was scared. I didn't want nothing, Mr. Thompson. Mr. Wilbur, Mr. Kimbrough, Mr. Kimbrough was a police. My boy Randy, his father was Randy Kimbrough. His father was was a sergeant. Shit. I was afraid of my friends' fathers. And we in the middle of see, back when I was growing up, the fathers wasn't really all the way processed out of the homes. By the time the 80s came, the middle 80s came, crack got hit hard. So by the end of the 80s, the black man was pretty much being forked from the house or on drugs. But when I was coming up in the 70s and early 80s, a lot of my friends had their daddies. But as we grew older, when that crack cocaine came, the houses got broke up. And I saw a lot of split homes. Mr. Williams was, getting rocks at the end of the corner in the alley. The post, the work for the post office. He ain't working for the post office no more. He ain't with his family no more, and he in the middle of the street. I got to see that shit happen in real time. I got to see that shit happen in my community, and most of y'all who lived in the streets, in the communities, in the city communities, we all saw when the community changed. Those of us, the ones that was 80s teenagers, the 80s teenagers, us that was teenagers in the 80s, we got to see it in real time. We got to see the neighborhoods change. Where the GDs and the vice lords and the four corner hustlers and the black souls and the BDs and the black gangster disciples, they weren't BDs yet. The black gangster disciples, all of those gangs used to be for the community, feeding the community, making sure that the children in the community would learn. The Black Panther Party was on its way, where it was going. But the gangs, the gang heads at that time, they was still having schools, and they were still processing things, for the kids and making sure they had lunches and having the community centers and the shadow house. That's what the gang heads was doing at that time in the 80s. In Chicago. It says they wasn't scared because when you there is a mob, you have no fear. Yeah, now, but it could be about 12 of us. I'm telling you this, bro. It could be about 12 of us when we be walking and coming from school, and one of the parents used to step in. We'd be scared to them, but Miss Jackson step out. We'd be like, oh shit, Mr. Jackson. There go Mr. Jackson, big, tall, 6'4", bow-legged ass. Oh, no, we ain't doing nothing, Mr. Jackson. Everything good. We finna go home. You know what I'm saying? So, very, very touching subject, y'all. I pray that we have to listen. I had to bring this here, and we have to talk about certain things that is necessary in our society that needs to be changed, because they cannot see us always being sport and play. Tulip understands this because she's Muslim. She understands when the Prophet says in the Hadith, and then it's also in the Holy Quran about sport and play. Allah don't take kind to sport and play. Don't play with me too much. You know, from a law's standpoint, we could have fun. We could laugh. We could joke. He's not interested in sports and playing. He's just not. And we now is in society where we think that our athletes and our comedians and our, you know, uh, dancers and our actors and actresses are the voice for the people. I beg to differ. Malcolm X said, once that started happening, know that the society has been hijacked. Martin Luther King said, once that started happening, know that the community has been hijacked. You need serious people on serious things. You need people that's going to be engaged in the community and understanding what's going on, boots on the ground. Me as an artist, we do what artists do. Me as, you know what I mean? People, if you play, whatever you play, sports, that's what you do. But you could also be affiliated and take a stand on what's going on in the community. You can do that and take a stand in the things that LeBron James does. I mean, I commend him for standing up and speaking out for men and women. I commend LeBron them generation because our generation didn't do such. We missed it in the 90s. We still was over there. Hey, Sister Tony. I can't hear you. Our society has been, well, you can say something. No, I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. We all can't hear you. Yeah, you probably gonna have to uncork. Yep. So the thing is that at this time and this stage in our life, just say something, Tony, when you get it right. You just speak when you get it, when you get your vocals right. But the thing is, y'all, we have to understand that our children is the base of us, meaning that our children is our future. When the reason why the children are the base is what we're gonna leave behind. It's what we're gonna give the society and the community. Our grandchildren is the base of us. This is what we leave our legacy in. This is what we learn to make sure that at this time, at this point, in this hour, in this day, that we are changing our society, our community, our way of life, our way of living. Sister Tony, you could talk just to see if we, you know what I mean, until we hear you, because we don't hear you right now. It says, Bro Claude, speak, teach, need our people to seek and understand, respect all of the ones for all. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you so much, Sister Donna. You know how we were raised and how we came up. Nope, I can't hear you, Sister Tony. I don't know. I see you moving. But you're gonna have to go in and go out. You're gonna have to go out and come right back in. Yeah, but the thing is that we need to understand that we are God's people. I love us. I love us, Sister Donna. I love us, Brian. You already know Brian Lewis, Sister Felicia. You know she wins. T. Camilla and Tulip. Tulip gotta understand she's our shorty. She's our youngin that's on here. She on here every day with me. And I want to be that attracting power to make sure that my youngin,
That's it.
Okay, that's it.
Yay! I'm here, y'all. I'm here. My bad.
So I want to make sure that our youngin Tulip is able to see great examples. Tulip able to have someone that she can relate to and understand that we got her future. You know what I mean? She's the youngest of us. It says the saddest part is there is no more rewarding feeling. That feeling is mutual respect and common kindness. What's up, brother Michael White? It says, but it has to be taught. You can learn it in your you can't learn it in on your phone. You damn right. See, a lot of them give them that phone. See, I don't allow even my grandbaby that's here. She cannot stay on the iPad all day. She could not be on the phone. She could not be watching TV all day. She gonna play with little. ADP sent her some toys. Thank you, ADP. I love you, ADP. My grandbaby sits at a table or sits at her little, her little house that she has, and she got a tent, and she plays with the toys and sit there and play. She not on no visual all day. She gonna have toy time. She's gonna have time to play with toys and different things. She's not gonna watch TV and she's not gonna watch cartoons. My daughter wasn't raised like that. So she's raising my grandbaby that's in my house the same way. I don't know what it is for everyone else, but they gotta have toy time. You cannot be on the computer. You cannot be on the laptop. You cannot be on the little app, the little pad, and then watching cartoons all day. You're not doing that in my goddamn house. You're gonna have some social conduct. You're gonna play with toys. You're gonna read. Try to read a book. Get a book with the big pictures. She has that table time.
Yep. That's very smart. That's very smart, Brooke Lord.
She has on the floor a carpet with the pink, the colors, the numbers at the same time. She has to have those type of tools to the games. We're not playing that shit up in here. We don't play it up in here. And all of my children, all 8 of my daughters, knows what time it is. And my son definitely. Sister Tony know how I am on my son. She hear my son at 35, he sound like he in the goddamn military. At 35, he is a 35-year-old grown man. Yes, sir, no, sir. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah.
And he speak when he's spoken to. And when I get through speaking, he then speak, even if he's a grown man, and I respect him because he's his man. He's his own man. He has his own children. He built his house from the ground, and he's in his own living. I respect him as a man and a human being. But I am your father. Luke, I am your father. But you could go ahead, Tony. She done got stuck.
Hey, you or me?
Okay, there you go. That's you. But it's all right. You good. You're not stuck no more.
I'm here.
Okay.
I can hear you. But that's what I was saying. Was it you or me? Because I could.
No, you good. So the subject, Tony, what we had was the situation that happened in our community.
Yes, I saw it last night. I definitely want to talk about it.
Okay, you go ahead. Shoot.
Hey, so looking at that video and seeing what I saw these young kids did was just diabolical, right? And we could say it starts in the home, but we can also say that some kids are raised right, but they get around their peers and they want that peer pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And that peer pressure will take them places that's unknown. So I don't want to speak on the fact that they're not getting a home training, but I do want to say regardless, there should be conversations, because those are elementary school kids. Ain't no way you're going to tell me that you're having conversations in your house and this is just happening just for no apparent reason. And I'm doing it just because I want to be, peer pressure. If you notice, the first girl that hit struck the first blow, someone pushed her and told her to do it. To me that's wow. We could talk about Trump all day, right? You can say what you want about what you think he's doing to every race other than the Caucasian race. But this right here spells why he does what he do, right? Because he's trying to say this is how they are. So you as a parent, and it always starts at home, you as a parent should be having conversations with your kids every day. I have one child, and he was raised right. He's 20. He just turned 28 years old on the 30th of October. But when I say I didn't broke law, I didn't have not one single problem with my child. I was a parent that never took a belt to my child's backside. You know what worked for me? Timeout. They say Black folks don't do timeout. Yes, they do, because I did it. That worked for me. But that was the structure of my home. It's a military household, mom and dad both military. Come home, this is the life, right? You raise your child the way either you weren't or you feel you weren't. You teach them better. At the same time, you have to have conversations. My son and I would have conversations every day. We sat at the dinner table. We didn't eat in the living room. We didn't eat in our rooms. We sat at the dinner table. So that allows you to have conversations, and civilized thoughts are brought to the table when you have those moments. Because there's no TV, there's no phones, like you just said. There's not all of that stuff at the table. You're at the table, you're having a decent conversation. In my marriage, we had that open communication. You come in, take shoes off, sit down, you take a few minutes, you take a breath. Okay. You sit at the table and you talk about your day. And we did the same thing with my son. That was important to me because I didn't have that. So in order for him to get things that I know I didn't have, I had to vamp how I did things. Not to say that any of these kids don't have that in their home, guys, by no means. They might have that, but peer pressure is a mother. And in this time, we see what's going on every single day. But and I'm going to say it, our Black folks just don't seem to understand that you own you. No one owns you, right? If you own you and you can teach your kids a better way, then you need to do it, because ain't no way a kid that have that type of upbringing is beating the crap out of a pregnant mother and her children and her two kids. Ain't no way. It's said that this mother had been working with the school to try to figure out and come to a resolution as to why her child is being beat and bullied every single day, right? And the one mother, as a matter of fact, I just saw it about 30 minutes ago. One mother came on with her child who was one of the abusers, and she apologized for her actions. But the mother asked everyone to pretty much give her child grace. Give her child grace because she's still a kid. Your kid put herself in a grown adult situation. Sometimes it's just the chips fall where they may.
You damn right.
And for the young man the young man that was recording, that's where those chips need to fall. And because he's the instigator, right? A lot of it harnessed on him, right? Or what's her name said that wasn't the young girl's mother. Okay, whoever it was that was speaking on her behalf, whether it was a lawyer or a cousin or uncle, whoever this adult was that asked us for grace, that's fine, but I'm not buying that grace, because guess what? After she threw the first lick, she could have backed off, right? but you also see that same little girl stumping that mother.
Oh yeah, she stumped in the head
along with the other kid.
Oh yeah,
She stumped her in the head. She sure did. So there's a price that has to be paid for your actions, regardless to whether you're apologetic now, because now you're caught, as they say. You're caught, right? You're caught, and now it's, I have remorse. Would you have had remorse if you?
Let me chat real quick, Tony. This was a pregnant mama.
Go ahead.
This mama was pregnant.
Mother.
Do you understand what will happen to your children if my wife was pregnant and your child was stumping my pregnant wife in the head? Do you understand what that would cause? Because guess what? Me being a father, you better be lucky that man of that woman who was the father of that baby did not take action on your child. Ain't no grace when you doing what you doing. You better understand that they were lucky. Because this Chicago, those parents of those children were lucky that the father of that baby was not around.
Didn't lose his mind.
In that stomach. They'll be crying and saying, what happened? What he shouldn't have did. They were kids. No, they ain't no goddamn kids when they doing that type of shit. You ain't no kid, you an animal. You see savages. You don't see no damn kids. You don't see kids. Ain't no kids stomping no child, no real child, no kids stomping no mama, no pregnant woman in the head. You're savages.
Right.
You're animals. When that type of thing start happening, you're not kids no more. You're making a decision in that action in that moment. You're making a decision in that moment. That woman had a child, got a baby in her stomach, and they stumping it in her head, and you want somebody to have some compassion for your child? I beg to differ.
Take it further, Bro Clark. Take it further. If something would have happened to that woman's unborn child, where would those kids be right now? What would they be charged with?
Hey, Sister Alberta.
You see what I'm saying? So
all of them finna be charged. They trying to just figure it out.
Oh, they're gonna be charged. Yeah, they all gonna be charged for sure.
They're
all gonna be charged for sure.
They should be there in the Audi home. No, you take somebody, mama. And, man, please. They say Sister Keisha said, no, Brian. As parents, we did most of it for our kids, but we learned on the family when we could be there. And Keisha said that everybody in her family could give it to her child. And I was raised the same way.
As it should. As it should in my family
sisters,
too.
My mama, my cousins, if they saw my children doing anything wrong, get that ass. Because guess what? Yes. You doing something. Now, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that children don't do things that outside of what their parents can see. Because we were kids too. Right. Let's not act like we were children too. But when you're caught, see the part about getting caught, we have fear in that shit. Because that shit has consequences. So that shit didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The shit that I have fear on, no ma'am. It says my big mama and papa was the matriarchs. We followed them until they passed away, just the way I was raised. That's right, Keisha. You 1,000%. They definitely would be in jail for murder. Oh, absolutely. Say, yep, Brian. Same thing happened to me when I moved to Texas. So the thing is this. It says, however, my mom would call my son and get him straight if she felt that she didn't like something I said about him to her. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's unstoppable. Listen,
Yep.
Tony,
Yep.
I'm in fear of you and what you have for what's going on, because these kids don't have no situation where they can be taught. There's no situation in society. There's no situation that's going on right now in our community that this type of thing should ever have happened. And this is why the minister said, this is why the minister, the most honorable minister, Louis Farrakhan, teaches us that there is no nation that can rise above its woman. And you got a pregnant woman that was thrown on the ground, wig thrown around, played with, and head being stumped. Kicked in the back.
Yep.
No, don't give no grace. You won't get no grace. Your child don't get no grace when that type of thing happens.
Nope. No grace.
You don't get grace, that baby. Type of grace.
No grace. No grace.
You cannot get no grace. When you this lady is a mother, you could have killed the baby in her stomach.
Yeah. You could have killed her too, but the stumping of the head.
Her stumping her in the head. She almost hit her head on the fire hydrant. Sister Tony, did you see that part?
Yep. I watched it through and through. I'm telling you, I wanted to do a video on this. So I'm glad you up here with it.
We got to understand that, listen, consequences and repercussions is a thing that's fucking real. Consequences, repercussions is a thing that is real. And this is Chicago. So I'm not, and for the one mother who said something on social media that she took down, I hope y'all please give that mother grace, because she didn't do it.
Hey, I'm glad I did see that.
It was her child. It was her child. So she was a mother. She emotionally reacted. Yes, it was wrong. Whatever she put there to defend her child, it's no defense for your child doing this type of thing. What she should have said was, I apologize. What the other mother say, I apologize for my child. Give her grace. At least we can take that part. But no, you ain't getting no fucking grace. You got to
grace, baby.
That child got to be sentenced because that was animalistic. They could have killed that woman's baby.
Yep. Now what we have here, Bro Claude, is you have anywhere from 7 to 10 kids now that you hoped and prayed would never end up in the system, will now be in the system. Period.
Now be in the system.
Period.
Oh,
you can't fault nobody. You can't fault nobody speaking on that. You can't say that that's what it deserved to be. None of that. They made that choice.
They made that
you gotta
decision.
Teach them consequences.
I was saying before you and Sister Keisha came, I was like, we were afraid to do that type of shit with the adults. We was afraid, listen, I could call Mr. Williams, Mr. Jackson, Johnson, Mr. Kimbrough, Mr. Brown didn't play. He was right next door. Light skinned, yellow, red, curly haired man. No. In our community. You got what I'm saying? But the thing is to say, Keisha say, I say it's all the time. Kids make mistakes and it's our job to correct them. There are different ways to correct, and it's different for each kid. That's right. But the thing is that they was kicking this young lady who was pregnant. They was kicking her in the back. They was stumping her in the head. They pulled her back. They dragged her in the streets. This lady had what is the consequences for that?
That's
the
crazy.
Lady obviously was trying. You can see her in the video trying to just leave. She was trying to go. They pinned her up against the gate. She was trying to put her back to the gate because she didn't want kids to be onslaught. No, they pulled her head and drug her off the gate so everybody could get her. So everybody could come. So when they become wolves, then what? See, it's consequences for that.
Yep.
It's consequences for that shit.
Consequences,
And if that girl's husband or that girl's boyfriend, which is probably what it is, her boyfriend, who she pregnant by, would have came with that thing, then everybody talk about, oh no, they was kids.
Why did he do that?
No.
There was kids with a plan.
No, you can't. Listen, I'm glad that didn't happen. It says, I'm an old school. They should give the lady each one of the kids involved to her one by one and let her do what she wants to them. Hey, that's how we grew up, Brian Lewis, too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's old school for you.
Hey, Brian Lewis, you know that's how we grew up.
Absolutely.
If that was my child, I would let that lady do whatever she think that needs to be done. No, my child kicking her in the back. Oh no, you gonna have to learn today.
Yeah,
I know some of us that have compassion. I ain't gonna give her to my child, but wait, it was your child that was stumping her in the head, kicking her in the back. That's pregnant. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Really? That's also the problem. Now, the problem, you say adults should be thinking about, shouldn't be thinking about kill. The kids was about to kill that lady. Somebody had to stop it. So that lady, unfortunately, that lady died. Then what?
Then what? What are we saying? We're having a different tune at that point, yeah.
So what's the consequence? If I mean the automatic thing, if somebody doing something to you or Keisha or anybody, and I see it happening, oh, that person got to get taken out. That's my automatic emotion. That's emotions going on. Because obviously what I'm doing is to protect. Oh no. You got a lady that's pregnant, that's being stumped, a pregnant woman trying to protect her child, and a mob is stumping her in the head, kicking her in the back, drag her down, beating her son up. What is the consequences for that? If somebody roll up on there, or the husband roll up on there, and that is happening to his wife or his children, what? So, what is the consequences for that? Now, me as a man and an adult, I've been slapping shit out of all them kids. You know what I mean? Me, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean, would do a thing like that, but they all will be getting some bruises to take home. And then I'm gonna beat their mamas and their daddy's asses. That's just for me. But I'm just telling y'all, I was just speaking, Keisha, on how it goes in society. Me personally, all them kids gonna get a one. I wouldn't shoot them, but I definitely give them some act right. I give them some act right. They're gonna get some act right from me. Yeah, they're gonna get some, especially if it was my woman. Hell no. There ain't no way in the hell they all gonna be limping coming from there. They're gonna be limping coming from there. They're gonna have a hurt. They're gonna have a hurt for weeks or months. Their hand, something gonna be hurting. It says, I visited my son in the hospital. The nurse told me he was walking an Alzheimer's patient through the halls. I was never more proud of him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It says human compassion is a gift of God. Yes, it is. Human compassion. Say, Keisha, you are correct. But if it was you in the situation and you had your gun, it's a chance you would have shot one of them to protect you and your kids and your unborn child. That's a good point, Brian Lewis. You from the NO. You know, suppose that young lady had a gun. Would she be wrong?
Right. Would she be wrong? But I mean, she's gonna serve time as though as if she's wrong.
I'm asking you, Tony. You a woman.
Oh, you're asking me, would she be wrong? I mean, when stuff is happening within the moment, you're not of sound mind. So anything is possible. You would hope that you can have a moment to be able to reflect on what's going on. It's taking me time throughout my years to be able to slow everything down, even within the moment. Everybody don't do that. So I typically will think before I speak, and I will think before I react, even in the midst of that, because there's stuff happening all the time, especially in this, right? So you have to learn to harness those things in, because it could be the difference maker of you being here today or you being gone in the next couple of minutes, right? Which is being unalive. Or it could be the difference between having this command does this and this going higher to the general. So different things like that. Natural human nature does not allow you to do that most of the time. So you're within the moment. And sometimes when you're in the moment, things happen. If this lady did in fact have something of a sort on her, she would not be in her right mind, because at the time she's just thinking. She's not thinking about that. She's just reacting. I'm sorry, not thinking. She's just reacting. And it's there after the action when you come back
your life,
you get to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I mean, it's a possibility that if she had that would have happened. I can't speak for her because I don't know her frame of mind. I think that she did a great job of us to have to even have a conversation and put herself in a realm of being able to protect herself with her son right in front of her. She's protecting her son, and as well as her son is hugging her and protecting her. So you have all of these things going on all in one fell swoop, and your mind is just constantly racing. And again, it's human nature, so things happen. I don't know what she would have done in that moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did have something on her and that did happen. And at the time, I couldn't self-consciously fault her for that, because we can say, oh, well, she should have known. That's kids. We are on the outside looking in, so it's okay for us to say that she should have been worried about the fact that those were kids. At the end of the day, you can't. Your life is in danger. It's a bunch of kids. If it was 3 or 4 kids and she could have managed to hold them off, that's great. But you're talking about a gang of kids that's jumping on you, and anything could have happened.
Kill, right?
Say again?
Kids do kill, right?
Kids do. I saw a video of the little girl who the mom and 2 ladies got into it, and the daughter went into her mom's purse.
They talk about that here in Chicago. They always kill here in Chicago, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens all the time. It happens every day, guys. It happens.
They got guns and switches too, though, right?
Yeah, sure do.
12 and 13 years old.
Yeah, they walking around. They're walking around with them in their pants.
Mm. So what should happen to them?
In my opinion, do justice, right? Whatever they decide that they want to uphold based on what these kids have done, then I'm just gonna say, hey, it just depends on how harsh it is. If it's too harsh, I'm gonna say, well, they have to give them an opportunity to, let's say, okay, they charged them with something, right? And they said, oh, they're gonna lock them up. I don't agree with totally locking them up. I think putting them in like a facility, like a group home, kind of something militarized to kind of get them to think and reflect on things that they did, because they did this peer pressure. It's peer pressure, right? No cause for it, no rhyme or reason. They did it. if they've never been in trouble before and they just did it because of peer pressure, sometimes you have to think on each kid is different. How often has this child been in trouble? What has this child done before? You look at their school records. Are they bullying other kids in school? Have you had issues? It's a number of things that you have to look at when it comes to this. But based on what happened, yes, there has to be some repercussions for it. It absolutely has to be some repercussions. The form of repercussions is where I want to know what is they're going to do. Is it going to be too harsh for the child, or will it? Right? Is it perfect, or is it too harsh? We have to see where they're going to go with that. However, something does need to be done. If you're asking me that, something does need to be done. Period.
That's right. And to what Sister Keisha said, yeah, that's how we grew up. This how we grew up. You know, the men would come. It would be men all over the place. And they would, and me as a man, like I already said, me stating it, I slap shit out of all of them. You know what I mean? They'd be you know what I mean? They'd be like, hey man, get up out of here, slap shit out of all them kids. And they go on
and pull off that belt and start whooping some kids.
But this society, but this society is not like that no more. You talking about some kid.
Right.
This is a shoot first community. It has changed. So now you talking about being some old school shit with some new school shit going down. That don't never work. That has never worked.
I do have one thing, Pro Claude. I have mixed emotions about June Brown 52 statement. The parents should be charged along with the kids. I have mixed emotions about that, because if you are in a home where you're raising your kids right, but they're out there and they're doing things because they're with their friends. And remember, you can raise a kid to be the perfect kid. Let's use my son, for example. I raised him to be the perfect kid, right? But yet he's out there with his peers, and his peers is pressuring him to do X, Y, Z, and he does it. Yes, self-consciously, sound mind should be there, and the child should not do it because they know that it's wrong. They know that it's wrong.
They know it's wrong
anyway, right? But the parent is a perfectly well-balanced working parent. They have a home where it's a two-parent household. Not to say that a one-parent household is any different, but they're being raised right. They're being talked to right. They have the right. They're in sports. They're doing all of these things. But that child still fails to do what is right. Those are the kids that I'm talking about. You have to have a difference of opinion when it comes to the harsher punishment. But for the parents, yes, I feel that the parents should have some type of vitriol for it, right? But at the same time, what is it why are we saying that they should be condemned if they've done the right thing by their child? That is, to me, is way harsher than just a child being thrown in behind a cell for however many days or hours or whatever, or a group home, or there are some juvenile detention, right? So me personally, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. If that's what you feel should happen, great. But me, I'm gonna have a different opinion about that.
You got some mothers.
Yeah, some mothers, just they come from a good home. Some mothers
that be like, "Whoo, child, I'm glad that they got him and locked him up. Ooh, I couldn't handle him. I'm glad that he got locked up.
Yeah.
Ooh, because he was much of a problem."
I've sat in, I want you guys to know, I've sat in a couple of sessions with inmates, with juvenile inmates, right? And captured their stories. And they will tell you, some of them, the majority of them would tell you, yeah, no, my home was great. Well, you try to figure out why they did what they did. What was the purpose? What was their thought process? And it's like, nope, I just did it, man. I wanted to be with my friends. I want to be just like my friends. And this is what they were doing, so I did it. Or either to be down with a certain group of friends. These are the things that you have to do. And it has nothing to do with the parent. They go home and they behave like they're supposed to, the perfect child. And then when they're outside that home, shit happens. But you having constant conversations with your child every day about peer pressure, And not saying that you're a punk because you're not following with the peer pressure. You're not following with the in crowd. You're your own person. You're your own boss. Teaching your kid that they're their own boss is more important than anything to me, right? Coaches, no one never could depict one way or the other of my son, right? He was a kid that was raised in a particular environment that you're stern. You always look a man in the eye, regardless to whether you're right or wrong, no matter what's going on, no matter if they're coming at you sideways, you always look them in the eye. And that's, some people fear that. And yes, they feared that in him because they had no idea that he never got too high, he never got too low. In sports, if he made a perfect play or did a great job and kids are jumping on the round, my kid didn't do that. He just said that was my job. That's what I was supposed to do.
I agree.
Don't have that, right? So it depends. It depends on the house. They have to have those conversations about you being your own person.
I agree also with you. I agree with Keisha. Kids do stuff and can come from a good home. I agree with you. Kids do. It'll be kids. I mean, Juice WRLD came from a good home. I knew this kid. I know Juice WRLD. He was raised up with my children. He went to school with Han on them. I knew him. So yes, Keisha is right. You're right, Keisha. His mama right now got a big restaurant here in Chicago. You know,
she said, say that again, Brian Lewis, where you at?
You know, so yes, good kids do make mistakes. I do believe that. Good kids do make mistakes too, because of peer pressure. But still, the situation of this type of caliber. See, it's the nature of bad mistakes. If it's a life and death situation, you don't get a pass. You don't get a pass no matter what child and what home they come from. If it's a life and death situation, if your child puts someone in a life and death situation, your child should not get a pass because your child is trying to kill somebody.
Right. That's the truth.
That's the truth of it. You just gotta eat it, take it, and swallow that pill. Your child is trying to kill somebody. So why should your child get a pass from being unalived when they are committing that type of situation? You want your child to be passed on something that they were trying to do to someone else. I don't get it. It says an eye for an eye, right? In the matter, in the moment.
In the moment.
In the moment. I believe in you. Hey, I'm not gonna kiss nobody and give nobody no hug that's trying to unalive me. Are you kidding me? Somebody trying to take that's not reality. Now you make it. Now you got me thinking about you. So somebody trying to unalive you, and you gonna give them a hug, or you gonna do everything to prevent you not defending yourself? What?
Right.
That's unlogical. That's unethical. That's not what God taught. That's not in the Bible. No scriptures, whatever scriptures he taught, the self-preservation is the first law.
Yep. Self-preservation.
It's the first law. So, sometimes, everybody could have their different ways, but when your child is trying to unalive somebody, no, that child don't get, no. It says, Keisha, how will fail these kids when the parents have their kids right from everything? They go to the schools, you fight teachers when the kids are cutting up. Yeah, they do fight the teachers.
Them parents can be diabolical.
Some kids like that. Trust me. Some kids like that. It says bad musical influence, gangster worship, popularism. Yeah, serial unveilers. I mean, Tulip is she right there. So she's a kid, so she know says in criminals rather than the victims in media. Media etc. Say that again, Brian. I'm not understanding. It says, Tony, does it go back to parents aren't spending enough time with their kids or don't
Absolutely.
get to know their friends anymore? Find
Yep.
things, keep them busy. Yep.
Yes, that's 100. You just said it in one fell
That's
swoop.
right, Sister Felicia. It says
That's 100. You got to have that time, that bonding time. Like I said, you even if you not sitting at the table, the day is done. Everybody's did what they want to do before your child go to bed. So you just got to have that bonding time with your child, that family time, right? Whether it's a 2-parent household or a single-parent household, you got to sit down and let that child know just how much you care. Because sometimes they know you love them, but they don't know you love them. It's a difference, right? Spending that time and going through those motions and having those conversations with your child, it makes a difference. It truly makes a difference.
That's I always told my kids, birds of a feather flock together. And I also told them bad association spoils useful habits. That's right, Sister June Brown. You old school. So
You know what?
you know our parents had to know our friends and their parents. You showed them right.
You sure did.
Keisha, how are we failing the kids when their parents give them right for everything they do? Parents go to schools wanting to fight teachers because their kids are cutting up. It says, once you've read the comment, remove it from the screen because it blocks. Oh, so yes, ma'am. I'm talking about some parents are failing their kids. You explained exactly what I'm talking about. My mama didn't believe in my. He said, "Oh, Keisha, I just saw we are failing the kids." Yeah. He said the parents play a big part, but it's much more than that. Kids my age don't respect their elders nor listen to their parents. This is primarily the Western thing. That's right. Kids is in Asia and Africa are generally, I guess he was saying the customs are different. They say,
yeah.
So
back to that.
about I was talking about we as parents.
Yes, but that's a perfect statement from Tulip, right?
Yeah, other cultures are more respectful than their parents and elders. So that's coming from Tulip. She is not in America. She's in London. So she's not here. So therefore, she's just telling you this is American shit.
Yes.
Western shit. The West shit.
But see that statement right there? That statement is easy. Why? They don't respect their elders and they don't respect the teachers and they don't respect, because again, like she said, it's a big part for the parents. It's that conversation. It's spending that time. I don't care if you take 30 minutes out your day every day. You got to find that time. And then this here won't happen. The disrespect of the elders. I've been in a lot of high schools where you see it all day long. Kids walk out, F you teacher, I ain't doing nothing. You say blah, 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 blah. And walk out and then demand the teacher give them a grade at the end when it's come at the end of the 9 weeks. The teacher failed them. The parents are upset. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. Yeah.
Keisha, your mama was one of them real mamas. See, Keisha, you ain't got that today. You don't have that.
You don't have that today.
You don't have that today. I mean, by masses. There are some like you that raised your daughter how she is, and me, I raised my daughters how they are. But that's not the masses population. This shit then you got now we're in the era where the crack babies having babies. Now we in the era that the crack mama, child, the crack baby, going on drugs, whatever, having babies from the 80s.
Yep.
Who mama had them in abandoned buildings. No, real talk.
Yep.
Tulip,
yep.
You are correct. Parents buy their kids a size 38 when they wear a size 32.
Uniform, clothes, everything.
The ass is out, which is so disrespectful. Yeah, Brian Lewis say any parent that is surprised their child is a criminal was not spending enough time and effort with that child. Thanks,
right.
Michael White. Say Tulip, it starts in the young age. See you have these new parents and laugh at everything that kids do. They think even the wrong stuff is funny. Too busy wanting their viral moment.
Mm-hmm. Viral moment. Yep.
As my aunt came, I got it from everyone, but my grandfather always pierced through any of the fog in my brain, and he never spanked me, not once. I just respected him and knew it was real when it came.
Yeah.
Hey, Keisha, you should have got a whooping, Keisha. You should have got spanked. He should have just told you, get on that chair and get this strap, Keisha. No. It says, I still consider you to be the West Ump. Yep. But I see it firsthand because London is a melting pot of cultures. And generally, my Asian and African-born friends respect their parents more than those born here. The West teaches kids they can be who they want and do what they like. We shouldn't be surprised. It says, look, say that's facts. So listen, on that note, see, that's a child speaking. On that note, Tony, I would like to stay another hour and talk about this subject, but the crash out boom has went overtime, and the boss is even in the chat. Boss, you in the chat starting stuff. The boss also probably gonna give me a couple. So, but I just wanted to bring this subject up, and it's very important to talk about. We must have a change. We have to change. How do we change?
It has to change.
We change our ways and looks and aspects. It changes with us being family. It changes with us being a part of the community. It changes like me, you, Keisha, K-Sap, Duvall, and others that come. Big Girl hit me on. It changes when we show love. Brian Lewis and all of the Donna Cox and everybody that comes around and in this chat and ADP and all of, you know what I mean? Keisha, I was talking about how Dream, which you already know, how Dream played with ADP toys that she's seeing. She has toy time. You got what I'm saying? She don't be on the iPad and watching the computer and watching TV cartoons all day long. She don't have that type of time. You got what I'm saying? On top of going to school. Yeah.
You tried to tell my papa to whoop me? Is you going crazy?
I'm just saying, Keisha, he should have gave you. He should have took you because you with your mouth. You should have said.
Let me tell you about my granddaddy.
He said your mouth.
My granddaddy wouldn't touch a girl child.
No, my daddy. No, my daddy. My granddaddy's no.
My stepdaddy was like that.
He wouldn't touch a girl child. Period.
Me either.
But when he came, that commanding presence was like, "Oh, this might be the day.
This might be the day this might be the day I lose my life." This might be it, Lord.
I tell parents all the time.
Hey,
you gotta look. What? I tell parents all the time. Sometimes, I get it. Whoop them. I get it. but sometimes it lose its luster. Cause I had a
Mhm.
couple of cousins that they was all right with getting the ass whooping because they knew it was over
I'm gonna
without.
do it. Yep, I'm gonna do it anyway. Yep.
Right?
I'll take that whooping.
That's I had a couple of cousins like that. You know what? I'm gonna go and do it because I'm just gonna get an ass whooping. That's all that's gonna, that's all that's gonna happen. So sometimes you got it's a like my mama used to say, it's a mental warfare. Every kid is different. You
Mhm.
got to learn how to connect with them, see what works with them. Some kids you got to beat the hell out of them. Some kids you can just some kids you can talk to them about it and
That
they
was
like, no,
me. That
I
was
don't
me.
want them problems.
Look, no, that was me.
Yeah.
I seen what my I seen what my brothers them would get, my cousins them would get. I was like, oh no, I can't handle that pressure. My
Yeah,
grandma,
I don't want them problems.
my grandmama would take a extension cord. I know that she gone, so she can't be charged. But she would they would get in the tub, Tony. Oh, my grandma, they get in the tub, they get out that tub. Then she got an extension cord welling on your
That's what
ass. I'm like, oh,
that was
oh,
my
hell
grandmother
no.
and my auntie.
Oh no, I don't want them problems. I don't want those
My
problems.
auntie will make you lay on the face down on the floor in the living room
Uh,
And whoop
uh,
that
and
butt.
pull out the extension cord.
oh, no, I don't want nothing. I ain't want none of them. Tony, listen, Keisha, my grandmama was 4'11", and that extension cord was 7 feet tall. I I didn't want nothing. They be like, oh yeah, mama upset. I'll be like, what's she upset for?
He start looking
What's she,
around.
what's she mad about? Like, we grown. Like, oh, what mama mad about? Mama mad. Hey, I ain't going no. I don't want no smoke. I ain't going up in there. I'm look. I'm gonna sit in the car till whatever going on happens, and whoever pissed her off when she get them, then I'm gonna come in the house. That's how we was grown. I was like 20
And
something years old.
that's why I tell people parents to change it. Like I was telling Brian in the chat, I was telling him, I said, yeah, some of the parents coming up to the school acting a fool and don't even know what happened. Look, let me tell you, when the teacher called my mama,
Mhm.
her first inkling was, don't lie to me, gal.
Yep, what
Mm-hmm.
happened? Gotta tell me.
Oh no, I think that teacher racist. I think that teacher don't like black people. And blah, blah. My mama said, look, I'm gonna go up
You
here for
say
this
what again?
meeting. I'm gonna go up here for this meeting. If I find out you lying, I'm gonna beat the
You knew what was gonna happen.
out of you. So you better
Oh,
tell me the truth now, because I'm not going up there.
to
That's another
embarrass
thing.
myself.
No. And you have to, and they always, and that's another thing that these kids are not learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it.
Accountability.
You might be in a position where it's not the right thing, but you have to respect authority, baby. You have to go
Got
sit
to.
your ass down,
So
In that
file
whether
our
corner.
ass
it's
down.
whether
In that
it's
corner.
fair or not fair. You
Yeah.
cannot
Yep.
disrespect them people at that school. They are in authority.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Yes,
In the
ma'am.
corner.
You let me fight your battles, but you do not disrespect adults. You hear me? What I'm telling you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's what's lost. Cause some parents go up there with the kid is hollering, arguing. Soon as you got him on the same level as
And
you,
and
that
the
kid
parents
shouldn't be
hollering.
on the
Both of
same
them
level
hollering.
as you.
Talking about some wait. The whole thing. Wait my ass. We gonna wait. The weight is gonna be on your ass when we get
Mhm.
through talking. That's the weight. The weight of this belt. The weight of my
Mhm.
father would say the weight of this belt, this CTA belt, gonna be on your ass. He say, my father, and I'm gonna leave this, y'all. We gotta get up out of here. Listen, my father said you teach me this, and I tell this to any human being. My
Mhm.
father, I just said this to my nephew yesterday. My father said, he not around, so my nephew don't see him. He said,
Right.
my father said, a person, old country boy like him, I let a mother sucker pay in
Lunchtime is
two ways.
over. You can
In
take a
two
short
ways.
walk before getting back.
In two ways. You get it's a person pays in two ways.
Alexa want to talk
Hard.
to Bro Claude. Go ahead, Bro Claude.
Go ahead.
He said you either pay with your ass or your pocket. He say the dumbest of us, we pay with both. I said, huh? He said you either gonna pay with your ass or you gonna pay with your pocket. There ain't no other
Yep.
way to get up out of here. I
Yep.
said, damn, the Jews that, and my nephew listened to me. He said, man, my granddaddy was a wise motherfucker, wasn't he? I said, yeah. Because he said the dumbest of us pay with both. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay with my ass. And I sure don't want to pay with my. So when you do something wrong, he was just talking about when you do something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna pay if you do something wrong, you're gonna pay with your ass or you're gonna pay with your pockets. And
Mm-hmm.
that finds the case. And this right here, this situation, this was a good subject, Sister Keisha. We'll get back to it.
Look,
But
Michael White just said, my dad demanded and earned respect. I was the most respectful person you could meet. My brother was a convicted felon. Go figure. I know, because let me tell you something. I've
yeah,
seen kids raised in the same household
oh,
with the
thank
same principles.
Yep.
And like my grandmother used to tell me, Keisha, when you have multiple kids, it's a crapshoot. They can be in the same house, same principles, same rearing. One kid listen and the other kid decide, yeah, I'm just gonna do my own thing. I know they taught me all that stuff, but I'm gonna do my own thing. So
all my brothers went to the streets. Keisha, you know what type of daddy I had?
right.
Huh?
That's why it's hard
They
for
not
me to
living.
predict parents unless they're just being
They not
Uh,
reckless. Like,
they
yeah,
not
unless
living.
they
They
coming
not
out and
now. My
saying
brothers is
nonsense, right?
my brothers are not living right now no more because they had a rock star life. But all my brothers did some type of thing in jail.
mhm,
Except for me. Shit,
right.
I went the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Like it be like that. That's why it's hard for me to just condemn parents, because some parents could
I
be
know they
doing the
didn't
right
raise
thing
them
and then
like
they
that.
get with a group of kids
Yeah,
and
they
and
just
the
get with
group of
the
kids
kid.
influence them, and next thing you know, your child is like these children
Exactly.
They
waiting to see
looking.
an attorney.
Hey, they
And you
looking.
just sitting there and you wondering, man, what was this
What
about?
did I go
You just
wrong?
that
What
shock.
did I
Let
You
me
go
just
let
wrong?
get
me tell
shocked as a
let me
parent.
tell y'all a story before we get off here, bro, Claude.
Go ahead.
My beautician, I'm not gonna say the name, so she'll be okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
My beautician had two sons, and we know each other because the boys played football, all that.
Hmm.
Watch
Right.
these kids grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, two married household, mom and
Mm-hmm.
daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, got scholarships, went to college. Her two boys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the oldest one finished. Um, graduated, all that stuff because he had the scholarship with football and all that. The younger one,
Hmm.
he came home, quit the team, whatever. Came home, said he was gonna do his thing, cool. And then one day she get a call.
Wow.
He's
Yep.
been suspected of robbing and setting up dates with gay men
Okay.
to rob him.
Okay.
He not that way.
Right.
He was just going on Craigslist, setting these dates up, using his profile.
Stop. The 9 hour comment. So
Then when he get
Okay.
is
there,
it good?
he rob him.
Wow.
She gets a call. She had been seeing these robberies on the news, right? Not
Right.
knowing it was her. She get this in the job. So then he
I
calls her,
remember that.
because when he got arrested,
Mm-hmm.
he was driving at the time in his car. When he got pulled over, he was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
She get there. She say, "What you say my child did?" No, that cannot be true. That just cannot be true. He don't need money. Him and his boys, this young man had a job and everything, was setting his stuff up. Then he'll go in, sit down, and then other two guys will rush in and whoop the little zesty man. Take
Wow.
his credit cards, take whatever cash he got on him, and leave. Nah,
Ain't that something?
nah, bro, Claude. I know this lady. I know her husband. Nothing about them said that this is how he would turn out.
Turn out to be.
Older brother, they only a year apart. When I say older, they a year apart. Older brother, finish, no problem. This one wanted to make quick cash, got in with his buddies, and now he's in jail
Yeah.
because it was a hate crime.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100% hate crime.
Yeah, you know that kind of doubles, even though it was assault and robbery. That doubles
Yeah.
it when you're going against a marginalized group.
Yeah.
Lost a
Abs-
child. Never been in trouble before.
And it happens, Keisha, and that's why I'm 100% with you on that, right? You can say it starts at home, but sometimes it doesn't. It just starts with you just decided to do something. You made a conscious decision to just do something you knew what was wrong. You just have to pay for that.
And as a mother and a father, guess what, Tony? You whack your brain because I watched her. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, you
To make him think he needed to do that.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do?
Subject. This I'm not done with this subject, but we're gonna get off.
Y'all can continue different things, but I just wanted to use my Crash Out Room platform because, of course, this is a sports channel. But you know, is and you know, if you don't stand for something, you know, you'll fall for anything. The thing is that this was a big subject.
Beating Antonio up. Let me stop.
Yeah, if y'all
right.
If y'all didn't see me talking and acting like that this was really going on, y'all be like, man, bro, Claude, what the like?
That's what I called you for when I called you.
Oh, I didn't know that, Michael White. Okay.
Oh yeah. So it's what did he say, Keisha?
He said my friend's son did that when his friend one ran across the highway, got hit and died. He did 35 years in prison. I know. I didn't even know it was a thing, Michael White, until she was doing my hair and I asked her about the boys and she said, Keisha, how long you got? I say, as long as you need. What's wrong? She said, I gotta tell you what this boy done did. What? The shit we've been seeing on the news? Because you know, people was like, you know how they be, because we live in the suburbs, right? Bro, Clark, you know that. So people in the local thing was like, they got a rash of robberies from Craigslist. You know how that movie on Lifetime, Craigslist Killer was coming out. Everybody was like, oh shit, people on Craigslist crazy. Come to
like real.
Come to find out. I seen that ninja every time I went over there.
Oh wow!
God damn!
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Hey y'all, we gonna pay some bills and then we gonna get up out of here. Let me tell you about the simplest way to get you in some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, and win some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry. Get every pick right and win some much needed cash. Use promo code SteadyServe and receive $1,000 bonus in cash. Now that it's football season, follow Steady Serv'n ENT as I share my picks. Pick players, choose the amount, win money, make picks, win cash. Thanks, Underdog Fantasy, for your partnership with us, and thank you for using the promo code Steady Serv'n on Underdog Fantasy. Thank y'all for coming, my family that's in the chat. I thank you, my panel. listen, if us, that's us, my brothers and sisters, that's here. If we can't come together to find a solution and only talk about the problem, then we're failing, like Keisha said, as a society. And I want to be part of the solution. I want to be part of bringing things for suggestions. I want to be able to talk about situations. And I use the Crash Out Room because, of course, once again, this is a sports channel. But I use my platform because my Crash Out Room is an open area that I could talk about politics, that I could talk about, marriages and different things. So my Crash Out Room has a broad, scale, music and all of that stuff here.
Right.
But, I just wanted to use this platform because it is a situation where we can't avert it. Sister Keisha, Sister Tony, we can't avoid it. This society has changed. It's a now that's happening. And I just wanted the people to see that us as a union and a unit come together and talk about what we can do as a society, as a community, make change happen for each other and for everyone who participates. So I want to give everybody love, peace, and hair grease, and I leave as I came with another banger. Don't believe nothing what Keisha said when it comes to eating cookies and cakes. Because I didn't eat them. I didn't do it. I might have did it.
The Chicago nigga.
I love y'all, man, for sure.
For sure.
Hustling, gotta keep changing this thing. All my people.
Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, a time. We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing. All my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
Wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
Free. We just gotta go free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to bat a hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause fraud came for you. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta go free. We wanna be free. We just gotta go free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom. Built this country with our hands. Freedom. names again.